This is a preview of the finals for the ISA Urban Area Under-16 cricket competition to be played between St. George's College and Campion College. What do you think of both teams so far?
I think both teams have done fairly well to get to this stage of the competition. Campion is being led by Abraham Waugh, national under 15 representative. He's the captain. They would have won the under 14 competition last year. Waugh has been doing well. He has scored 2 centuries thus far after returning from Antigua with the under 15s. Zachary Buchanan has been doing well for them. And then they also have Zachary Taylor, who's been doing well with the ball. For St. George's, it has really been Giovanni Gray, just like how it was in the under 19 season. He's carried his good form over here. He's been very good with the bat and with the ball. And then he's ably supported by Jade Gray, who is an under 15 representative as well, who was in Antigua with Abraham. And then Mikel Francis, who has done fairly well with the bat for St. George's as well.
The head-to-head this season between both teams. How did that game go?
Well, Campion defeated St. George's College when they played earlier in the season. Uh, Giovanni didn't get off in the bat in that game, and Campion came out the victors. But it's funny because both teams also played against each other in the under 19 competition. Campion won as well. Giovanni took a six for in that game, but Campion, they were resilient and they still ended up getting across the line with a good bowling effort. So I think Georges will be trying to turn the tides in this game. Campion will feel like they have the number and they know what it's like to win competitions, to win big finals. So it will be an interesting game. I think Campion probably goes into it as the favorites, being the team that would have won the under 14 competition last year and they beat defending champions Excelsior in the semis. So I think they're going to this one as slight favorites.
So Campion are favorites. How do you see St. George's College creating an upset in the finals? Then?
I think when you look at the St. George's College team, the strength is definitely in the bowling. Giovanni Gray is the leading wicket taker in the competition. He has 33 wickets, five wicket hauls, and a 4 for in 6 games. He's been phenomenal, very good with the ball, and he has also been the mainstay for them with the bat. But then when you look at the bowling, they also have Jade Gray, who is a Jamaica under 15 leg spinner, returned from Antigua, and he's taken 2 5 wicket hauls thus far. And I think their strength is in their bowling. When I look at this fixture, I think with how the teams lie, I think it would make sense for St. George's College to win the toss and bowl and apply pressure, and then they try to chase whatever Campion gets from there. I think that's their stronger suit. Because if you look at the equation and them probably batting first, if Giovanni and Mikel Francis go early, they're in serious trouble.
Well, in the last game, they actually bowled first against Campion. Campion got past 100. They restricted St. George's to 85, I think. Um, they've already tried that. Why do you think it will work this time?
I think the occasion of the final, that has something to play. You look at the teams and you look at St. George's College's strength, it's clearly the bowling. So I would be backing my stronger suit on this occasion. I don't think them batting first will necessarily bode well for them. That being said, they can only do what happens on the day and they have to execute to the best of their abilities. But I think that's the way to go. 2 or 3 good deliveries early up could really turn the tide of this game. When you look at the teams, um, in a final, you don't necessarily expect the largest of scores when the final pressure comes in, the pressure of the occasion generally. So you think if there are some nerves there and Georges can exploit that, then it would make for a great fixture for them.
As a cricketer myself, I would want to be doing my strongest suit to finish a game, to win a game. Um, I think we've had these discussions in dressing rooms before, and we have generally agreed as teams that that would be our way to finish a game, to win a game. But now you have decided to go against the grain.
I, I'm not necessarily going against the grain, but when I look at the performances of St. George's, I think they've lost two games so far this season. They lost the first game to St. Catherine. They would have lost the Campion as well. I think on both occasions they didn't get past 100. And you look at that and you think batting first in the final, they definitely have to get a score of over 130, 140 to make the game competitive. You look at the balance of the team and you think that they're probably their two main players. Giovanni being the main player, Michael Francis is somebody else who has gotten some scores in the competition. The other players are really support players with the bat. So Campion would be looking at that and saying it's two big wickets here, and they're really into things. So I think the batting is a bit light. I would say the batting is a bit light, and I would not want them to bat first, or I would not want to bat first in that scenario.
Fair point. Explained it well. We'll see how it goes. I would still back St. George's to bowl the way to victory, but let's see how it goes. Campion are favourites, overwhelming favourites, I think. On the back of Abraham War. If he gets going, it could be a very, very tough day for St. George's College.
I agree with you. I think his form coming into this has been very good. We spoke to him earlier. We spoke to him earlier today about his experience going to the regional under 15s and returning. He said that it was a real eye opener for him. Obviously, he's one of the better young talents in the country, having represented or having been selected to play for the under 15 team. But he said that going out into the region and seeing other players who were vastly talented, I would say. The under 15 team they didn't have a great tournament there, and he said that it really put things into perspective for him because he wants to play cricket, he wants to go to the highest level, and he sees that he needs to do a lot of work and he needs to be a lot more consistent in his performances. So I think that has contributed to how he has performed since he's gotten back, and he's in very good form. I think he understands the game well. You hear him speak, he sounds like a student of the game, and he seems like a very good leader for them.
Well, he scored a 50 ball 100.
Yeah, against a highly touted Excelsior team, a team that would have won the under 16 competition last year. A couple players have matriculated. They weren't able to play this, but they had DeMarcus Scott, who is a very senior player for them playing in that game, and they were able to defeat them, which I think is a huge scalp to take.
So this game should be very, very interesting between both these teams. Quite thin teams on paper, but their star players are of high quality. It should be great watching. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's it. The final is at Kensington. Starts at 10 o'clock tomorrow. Should make for exciting viewing, I think. Think people should come out and support them. Exciting talents on display. Go out and have a watch. I think a couple players in this game have very bright futures ahead of them. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how they perform on the big occasion here.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
All right, we're here again with Abraham Waugh. Second time speaking to you this season. Congrats on getting to the under-16 final. You've been having a stellar season so far, stellar competition. Talk to me about your season and Campion's chances in the final tomorrow.
I think we've had a very amazing final, all things considered. As last year, we didn't even make it past the group stages, so I think just making it to the finals itself was really a major improvement from last year. And I think just the development of our players themselves, they've improved a whole lot. And seeing that we've beaten Georges already, we're very confident in our ability to beat them once again.
You beat them in the under-19 competition. You've also beaten them in the under-16. Similar players on on both teams that you're going to face tomorrow. Do you think you have them covered? Is there a bit of complacency there? It shouldn't be there. So talk to me. Let me know your feelings on that.
Well, yeah. Normally there is a bit of confidence, but just have to keep reminding myself that the ball is round and anything can really happen. So not going to take them too lightly.
All right, so talk to me about your form. You scored 2 centuries this season. You scored a century against Excelsior in the semi-final, defending champions from last year, and they were the Under-19 champions this year. Talk to me about that and your form.
Well, I think this is probably the best I've ever batted so far. I think it's the fact that coming from Antigua, I've realized that there really is a lot more for him to do. And what my father told me is that I did what I had to do already, just have fun and play cricket for the season.
All right, we're here with one of the two Zachary's from the Campion team. Zachary, talk to me about your season so far. You've been doing fairly well for the team with the ball. You're into the Under-16 cricket final. You'll be playing against St. George's College tomorrow. Campion won the Under-14 competition last year. You beat Excelsior, the defending champions, in Under-16 in the semis, and you're in the final. So talk to me.
Well, this season has been very good so far. Started off, with a loss against Excelsior. I guess it wasn't my best performance that day, but as the season progressed, I definitely tried to fix my errors and up my game so I could help the team, and it has brought us to the finals so far.
Tell me what you think would be the key points for you guys winning tomorrow. You've played against St. George's College twice already this season. You played against them in the Under-19, played against them in the Under-16, beat them twice. Some of the same players will be playing in the final tomorrow. So tell me what you've learned from the two experiences and what you'll be bringing into the game tomorrow.
Well, what I've learned from the past experiences is just that the batters need to, put their head down, stay disciplined, play an innings build an innings so we can build up the scores. And the bowlers, just need to keep their lines and their lengths tight. So as a bowler, what I'll be trying to do tomorrow is keep my lines and my lengths very tight so I can get some wickets for the team and bring us over the finish line, win the trophy, hopefully.
All right, well, all the best for tomorrow. Congrats on getting to the final, and hopefully you guys can take it one step further. Here with another Zachary from Campion, Zachary Buchanan.
Yes, sir.
Zachary, talk to me about your season. It's been a very good one for you so far. You scored your first century in your first schoolboy century. You've scored 2 half centuries as well. Talk to me about the season, the progress, how it's been, and your hopes in the final tomorrow.
Well, all season, I was just trying to be as consistent as possible. Trying basically to try and keep up with persons from other schools, and also trying to help my team to progress. So for the final, I really hope to make more than 50, because I know that my innings would also be very crucial to the team as well. So I'm really hoping that I can get a good start to help the team come out victorious.
Your form has been good, so I don't see any reason why you won't take that into the final. You guys have played against St. George's College already this season. You've beaten them, so are you hoping for much of the same tomorrow? Are you expecting that?
Well, yes, I am. I'm really expecting the same thing from the team and myself, but I'm trying to do a bit more than what I previously achieved against Georges. So I'm just hoping that I can just perform better than I did previous match.
Coach, you're into the final of the Under-16 competition. It's been a good year. You guys won the Under-14 competition last year, and I would imagine that a lot of the players from that team have progressed into this one. It's a good unit. It speaks to the progress of your program here. So talk to me, give me your thoughts going into the final tomorrow.
Well, I think the guys deserve where they are because they work hard, especially the captain, and most of the players are, very, what would you call it, hardworking, interested in the sport. A lot of persons would have said that because they go to Campion, they wouldn't take cricket as a, let's say, profession.
It wouldn't be first priority.
Right. So, but I guess Mansing would have been some sort of inspiration playing for Jamaica, and that is he was with us, and things like that. So Right now, we are, you know, elated to be in the final, and we intend to just go and play some positive cricket.
All right, coach. You have a very impressive captain, I would say. Abraham, he represented the Jamaica under-15s. He captained the under-14 team last year
Yes.
that won the competition, and he's been doing very well so far this season. Talk to me about his leadership with this team, not only with the bat and the ball, but how he gets this unit together.
How he manages the unit. He's still in the learning stages, and he's young, but we are impressed with what he's doing, and it would be successful if he wasn't an astute and what you would call a firm captain. He gets along well with his peers, and they respect him, and he respect each other. They respect each other, so that is basically the reason why he's so successful.
All right, and going into the final tomorrow, coach, you've played St. George's College already this season in this competition. You
Yes.
beat them in that instance, but you've also beaten them in the under-19 competition as
Right.
well. So, what are your thoughts going into tomorrow? Do you expect much of the same?
Yeah, well, you weren't going to the final not to win. So we are going, we are going in there to play very serious cricket. So our game plan is to bat as sensible as possible and play, good cricket and, well, win.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, coach. Well, all the best for tomorrow. Good luck.
Thank you very much. Yeah, man.
Gio, you've had a very good season thus far. You've been performing with the bat and the ball, leading wicket taker in the competition, 33 wickets, I believe. You have a big task of leading your team, St. George's College, in the final against Campion. Talk to me about the season so far and your hopes going into.
So far, we've had a pretty good season considering we've reached the finals. Together, we can do very well, and we're hoping to get a win against Campion.
All right, you've played against Campion twice this season. Could have lost to them twice. What will St. George's do in this final to turn the tides against them?
Considering they beat us 2 times, we're going to try best to. We want to beat them this time. That's the goal. We can't let Campion beat us 3 times in a row. We're looking to take revenge. We need to. My biggest focus right now is to make runs and hopefully to carry my team to victory. I know that their biggest plan is to try and out me because that's what they in their mind. They out Gio, it's an easy win. So I have to focus, try and concentrate back right through and see how it goes. Hopefully we can get the win.
Jade, you and your St. George's College team, you're into the under-16 cricket final. Talk to me about the season. Talk to me about the progress of the team, and talk to me about your progress so far.
Yes, I feel excited about the game tomorrow. Seeing that we have played them before we went to the semifinals, it has given us a sense of revenge per se, because they beat us not by a lot, and I was kind of disappointed. But overall, I came a little late in the competition because of representation over Antigua. I've played at least 3 to 4 games since I came back.
And you have 2 5 guitars in
Yes.
that time.
Yes.
So talk to me about that and the sort of impact that you want to have in the final. You're playing against one of your under-15 teammates, Abraham, who has scored 2 centuries in the competition thus far. His wicket will be a key one. Do you think you have him covered in the final?
Well, as a person that owed him in the first match, I felt very proud because, just to say, I don't really think that he's all that. But who am I to say? Because anything can happen to me as well. But I think I haven't covered either me or the captain Giovanni Gray or Nathan McPherson, whatever others it is.
Coach, you're into the final of the under-16 competition. A great achievement, I must say. Congratulations on getting there. You're playing against Campion College. Talk to me about the season thus far and your hopes going into this game.
Well, it's been a bit of an up and down season. We've had some good games, we've had some bad games. We have to just take the positives from the good games and try and carry it forward into the finals. We're a confident bunch, and we hope to carry that into tomorrow's final.
All right. You have a number of key players, I would say. You have two national representatives in Giovanni and Jade. Jade would have just played under 15 cricket for Jamaica, and Giovanni has played under 15 and under 17. I think he is one of the best young talents in the urban area, and he seems to be leading this team really well. Talk to me about those two youngsters and your hopes for them going into the final and how they've been just generally.
Yeah, Giovanni has proved himself not only to be a captain, but as a leader of the team. He's taken the team on his back and he's carried it and right through the season. Um, he's maturing into the role, and he showed that maturity in the semi-final with how he batted. He took the batting at the scrum and took the team home to victory in the semi-final. So I'm really proud of him for that.
All right, coach. You're playing against a Campion College team that you have played already in the Under-16 competition this year. The result didn't go your way, but you've also played against them in the Under-19. Similar personnel, I would say. The result didn't go your way as well. What will your team be looking to change going into the final?
Well, we know their key players, and we know what they're capable of. And once we can make the adjustment to counter what their key players can do, I'm sure we'll come out on top.
All right, coach. Well, I'm wishing you all the best. It promises to be an entertaining one. A lot of young talents on display. It's good to see uh, national representatives in the finals, Campion as players scoring centuries, but you guys have players taking 5-wicket hauls and scoring half centuries. Good performances. So it promises to be a good game. We'll be at Kensington starting tomorrow. So come on out, turn out, watch some good talent on display, and all the best in the final.
Thanks very much.